Good morning. This is the newsman. I'm going to read the news. Sorry I'm not in my bathrobe. I find this just as cozy. I've had it probably, almost 20 years now. My brother-in-law, his company made this. I don't think that company exists anymore. But I wish it did, because I would love to have another one of these. Very, very cozy. Anyway, let's get to the headline, shall we? Kimbrel declines invitation to Red Sox ring ceremony. Turns out he's already married. So I think it would be a little weird to attend the ring ceremony, which is understandable. Anna Wintour, I have no idea who that is. Explains why she wears iconic sunglasses. Turns out the sun is bright, so when she goes outside, she puts on sunglasses because her eyes are very light sensitive. I have the same problem. These blue eyes, very light sensitive. Even when it's overcast, it can be overly bright and harsh on my eyes. So I also wear sunglasses. And I guess you could say that some of my sunglasses are iconic. I got a pair of Ray-Ban aviators that what I bought when I first started flying helicopters. And that was, 92. God damn, I'm old. Yeah, I was flying helicopters, and no, it was before that. I think I started in 90. 92 is when I got my commercial license. 93, I was a flight instructor, helicopter flight instructor. 94, I went to the Marine Corps. Yeah, I've been busy. Now I'm old and crippled. And so I entertain myself doing this kind of crap. It takes my mind off the pain, because the actual pain meds don't really work that great. I'm supposed to be on morphine, and I've been on methadone and morphine and Oxycontin, oxycodone, all the big ones. They don't really do shit. I gotta take like a week's worth just to kind of take the edge off, and not worth it. So I find ways to distract myself, and this is one of them. And you fuckers get to come along for the ride. All right, what do we got next? The brilliant way to pay off $5,000 in credit card debt. I don't know what their brilliant way is, but here's an idea. Don't get a credit card. Just have it, like a Visa debit or a MasterCard. Did they make MasterCard? Is that still a thing? I don't know. All my debit cards have the Visa logo on them. Only spend money that you have. Then you won't have any credit card debt. You won't have to pay anything off. It's stupid. Don't go into debt. Don't buy things you can't afford. Save your money. Put a little bit aside in your savings account. Every month, when you have enough for that big purchase that you want, you buy it. Boom. Problem solved. No credit card debt. I don't have a credit card. I've never had. Well, no, I had a credit card. My first wife was big on credit cards, and my first divorce ended up paying over $30,000 of credit card debt off. I had to sell the house to pay off the fucking credit card debt. It's fucking ridiculous. Since then, I canceled all my credit cards. Haven't had one since. I don't have any debt. I have zero debt. I owe nothing on my car. Well, I have, my house. It's my only, I guess, thing that I just don't own outright. But it's kind of hard to save up for a house, understandably. Okay, California weighs opposing plans to deter killings by police. deter killings by police, lower crime. If people aren't committing crimes, violent crimes, they're probably not going to be killed by police. That's just a thought. Police won't charge Australian teen or senator over egg spat. Apparently, eggs are a big commodity down in Australia, and the supermarket, local supermarket, I'm pretty sure it's called Australia Mart, was down to their last egg. And this Australian teen whose parents were both suffering from rickets, Australian rickets, for which the only known cure is an egg, was trying to grab the last egg, but an Australian senator also wanted the last egg, and so they both grabbed it like the same time, and they're like, give me the egg, no, you give me the egg, I need the egg for my parents, but I really want the egg, and I'm a senator, it makes me more important, but my parents have Australian rickets, and the senator's like, oh shit, I didn't know, fuck, take it. But arguing over eggs is illegal in Australia because of the inherent value of Australian eggs. So the police were called by Australia Mart, but because of the situation with the Australian rickets and the teen just trying to protect his family, they declined to press charges on either one of them. And since the senator was like, oh, wait, I didn't know about the rickets, neither one's going to be charged. So that's good. Way to go, Australia police. 78 new measles cases found. Experts blame anti-vaxxers. Okay, so apparently these anti-vaxxers have been putting measles viruses into these little cases and like hiding them around major cities. I don't know why. It seems like a weird thing to do, but 78 of the cases have been found. We don't know how many cases, measles cases, have been secreted around the country, but so far we found, the authorities, health authorities, I believe they call them the health cops, health police. They go and arrest people with unauthorized diseases. Many of you may not know that that's a thing, but there are some unauthorized diseases that we've decided we don't like anymore, so we've made illegal, like polio. Polio is an unauthorized disease, so if you get caught with a case full of polio, the health police are going to throw you in hospital jail. So don't be dumb. Don't be walking around with a case full of polio. Or measles. Apparently they found 78 cases full of measles. Now who buys measles by the case anyway? That's just dumb. You ought to find the manufacturer and take them out. You know, cut the head off the snake, as it were. Just a thing. Ooh, this ultimate guard dog weighs 200 pounds. Now I got a picture. I'm not going to show you the picture because my setup's not that advanced yet. Yet it might not ever be. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I don't know. He's kind of got that Saint Bernard looking kind of face where the whole thing is like droopy and there's like big folds of skin hanging off. It looks like a mix between like a Saint Bernard and a Shar Pei. You know, the Chinese wrinkle dogs. That's what this thing looks like. Like if it, you know, sure it's 200 pounds, but if it came at you, you can just grab a fold of skin and just kind of, get away, dog. Or you could just like pull it over his head like a hood, and like in a hockey fight, you know, you pull the jersey over head and they can't see what they're doing, and then just walk around him as he's like, hey, where'd he go? Where'd he go? So I don't know if it's the ultimate guard dog. I think ultimate guard dog would probably be, I don't know, Tibetan Mastiff. Yeah, I'm kind of like a 250-pound boxer that's bred in Tibet for yak hunting. Fucking yak hunting. They hunt yaks. Have you seen a yak? They're fucking huge. Or the, oh, what the hell's that other dog? That Caucasian mountain dog that the Russians use as like prison guard dogs. Those things are monsters. Those are like a small horse. I kind of want to get one, but I don't want to have to clean up after it. And I would ride it to the fucking grocery store. Just put a saddle on that fucker and just, ah, ha, ha, ha. I will park my dog wherever the fuck I want. Because if you try and ticket my dog, it's going to eat you. I mean, those things could like swallow people whole. Alright, this one's a little tough to spin in a funny way, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Ah, sun's coming up. I don't like that. Sun, bad. Alright, Hilaria. Hilaria. Who names their kids Hilaria? They're just going to get made fun of because it's hilarious. But Hilaria Baldwin opens up about potential miscarriage. Alright, miscarriages are bad. Don't get me wrong. And that's not the part that I'm going to joke about. I'm going to joke about the potential part. Opens up about potential miscarriage. So this is it's something, if it's just a potential miscarriage or a potential anything, it hasn't fucking happened yet. What are you opening up about? Well, let's open up about, you know, potential alien invasions. It hasn't happened, and so there's really not much to worry about until it does. So what are you opening up about? Something that might happen? That there's a slim possibility or even a slight chance that it might happen because there's a potential there? Did you not pay attention in science class where you got potential energy and kinetic energy? The potential energy, that's just the rock sitting up on the top of the hill. Hasn't moved yet. It's just fucking sitting there. You don't really have to worry about the rock that's just sitting there. The one you have to worry about is the one that's fucking careening down the mountain towards you. That's the size of a Volkswagen. And it ain't fucking slowing down. That bitch is speeding up. So, I don't see what the big deal is about potential anything. That's the conspiracy theorist paranoid fuckers hiding in their closets with a tinfoil hat on because there's a potential that if aliens did invade and if they might have telepathic powers and if they targeted him specifically and tried to read his mind, maybe that tinfoil hat's going to protect him. I don't want to hear that fucker open up about potential, you know, mind melds from a potential maybe alien invasion that could potentially happen at some potential fucking time in the future. So, I don't see the point of that one. The comeback of trumpeter swans. Apparently there's a species of bird who's really good at playing wind instruments. But trumpet music kind of fell out of fashion for a few years, but apparently it's coming back. It's in a cycle. It's in a cycle. All that 40s music, Glenn Miller, that kind of Louis Armstrong. He was actually fantastic. Love Louis Armstrong. So I'm actually excited to hear these swans try to play the trumpet. But, I mean, you got to do that little thing with your lips. Swans don't have lips. So, seeing a swan playing a trumpet sounds pretty fucking amazing. So, I'm going to cut it off there. Make this a little shorter. This was the news, man. You guys have a nice day.